All right, everybody. This is your host, Paul Gaither. This is ESPN NFL 2K5, and this is on the Xbox 360. And no, you shouldn't be able to do that on an unmodified Xbox 360. There's a special program that allows you to have access to the dash. But you can see I'm not even playing on the original Xbox, which I do have and is the far superior way to play this game. And we're going to go in here to the difficulty and go to custom, and this video is dedicated to Dine Chais, a fantastic content creator, and they have been working with 2K5 recently. I mean, like off and on for a long time, but recently with a Chargers franchise and an Arizona Cardinals franchise and a lot of great videos and so on and so forth. So this is dedicated to them, and specifically dedicated to their shorts about passing the ball. And it's both a joke but also serious, like little skill issue. Because Dine Chais, again, can't throw enough flowers. Love Dine Chais. This is not throwing shade. But seriously, the drop back, bro. The drop back. So, you have 90 series plays and 50 series plays, and I'm sure Dine Chais knows that, but I'm also talking to my audience as a whole. You can see 90 here, 50 on the other. 3-step drops for 90 series plays, 5-step drops for 50 series plays. So let's go look at a 50 series play, and I don't care what happens on this play. We're just showing the drop. We're going to drop back, and we're going to throw the ball, and Johnson gets it. And we end up getting a first down as Johnson fights through it. So you can see here an automatic 1, 2, 3 with the 4-5 hit, like hitting the drop back, the crossover, right? The next step, the crossover, the QB bounce. You can see the shoulders, like they have an angle. It's like very extreme or whatever, but Visual Concepts got literally Tim Rattay and Tom Brady to do motion capture for this game. So this is literally a professional quarterback drop back. And so as we finish our bounce, we should be ready to throw. Now here's the thing. Johnson, my tight end, he's getting messed with. And it's also messing with the route and the separation here for Brandon Lloyd, because getting the jam means they're also kind of like in a weird, awkward position where they're not really separated too much. But even seeing this jostling happen, and the experience that I have with the game, is I know that I can throw to him, but I also have to lead left. Now, I'm not using maximum passing, but I have to lead left, and I know that as I have that animation, I have to let it engage just a little bit. I can't throw it yet, but now I can, and I have a defender barreling down at me, and I just wait that little moment, that half a second, whatever that internal thing I feel, to then press the button here and throw it. And you can see, watch it in real time. Wait, throw. Right? And I'm throwing a bullet, and I'm leading to the left. And I know that in doing so, he can catch a lot of these. Okay? So he fought with Michael Lewis, and he went up and got it, and it's outside the range for him to deflect it, especially with the pass lead to the left. He gets it in stride, and then as he gets hit, you kind of get a classic ESPN issue where they actually morph into another animation, and he gets taken down. So that's a good old-fashioned 5-step drop and a normal play, and that's a 50 series. And let's go look at a 90 series, 90Y speed rub out. Again, letting the quarterback get his drop back. Now, we compare here the animation, a few different things of that incompletion. First, the drop back, step, and the crossover plant, and he's ready to throw. Now, in this time, we can try to force it out here to our primary receiver. Though I personally don't like this play, at least in terms of this route. It feels more like this is an intentional rub here that also doesn't functionally work. Like they don't get pushed off. They just kind of like bump slide. Like you can see them hit, but in like video game world, he literally has like his face mask into his helmet. And Brown, like Sheldon Brown, is not really rubbed off his route to stop this route here, which I think is kind of the purpose of the play. For all other purposes, and or to cause a confusion here and get this wide open. So the play doesn't even functionally work like it's supposed to. The other thing is here, we talked about the animation of getting deflected off your path and everything. Like, the body leverage matters a lot here. And that inside positioning means it's kind of not the best throw here. And I should kind of know that as it's being dropped back. Like, that's not the place I want to go. You can also see the offensive line get absolutely destroyed by Corey Seidman and that spin move. And I've got to get rid of it quickly because it is a 3-step drop. And really, we've got to look to throw to 84 with a pass lead. What I end up doing with this throw here to 84 is I pass lead up left. If that makes any sense. I don't just do raw, straight up and down. And I don't do straight left and right. How can I... Oh, like this. Okay. Yeah, I was using my stick and the stick and the D-pad. So when I pass lead up, I don't just do straight up. I don't do straight left and right. I do the 90-degree angle. Like, more severe. More in the up way. Like, if it was up here, right? Like, more extreme towards up than what that just did on the D-pad. But I lead it up into the left to throw to 84 here. So the ball is placed somewhere around here, outside of position for 24 to do anything about it. That's usually what I like to do. But that's a 3-step drop. Boop, 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 boop. Way to half a beat, and you can still throw it, and I'm still getting pressure, but he's able to make the throw. No matter how quickly these, like, instant win and unblocked pass rushers are, I still have enough time to make the throw. So that's what I say, like, it's both joking and also not joking. It's like skill issue, bro. Like, when it comes to drop back, just let it drop back and then make your timing, make your throw, make your leverage read, right? So, like, we drop back, and again, he should be in the way like he is like that. And now we can try to force a little bit to B. We drop back, and then, like I said, we just force it to B. So that's the pass lead up to the left. And this is actually one of those plays where we could have thrown to our tight end, especially with the little loop-de-loop thing the 32 is doing. He gets wide open. But there's like a lot of being able to force this to the B button with the pass lead up into the left. And you can just force that one. And that was a really good throw. And I think it's just a combination of the fact that I have a quarterback with a low accuracy rating, the 3-pass slider, like user slider, and the catch rating, and just the random dice roll. But this was a really good ball, and he catches a lot of those. And this game said no dice, right? And kind of warped it through his body and did whatever. But I'm having a start button problem, but I think it's an Xbox compatibility issue. So, yeah, there you go. 3-step drop, and then pass lead up. And see, he does an animation where he wants to fall backwards, but the ball placement was fantastic. Just keep running the route, bro, and don't do that. Just keep running the route, and don't do that. Up, look, pass lead, and then he put his hands on it and dropped it. It's like, oh, well, look at all those incompletions. It's like, yeah, I've got the Niners. They were the worst team in the league. They had literally the worst record. And I'm using updated rosters, like end of the year rosters. So you can find on Operation Sports their Xbox file rosters. You can go to the history and you can go back to like page 51, 52. It goes back to literally 2004 and 2005. And you can find the roster files out there, and you can see this is like the imaginary wall of the hands. It's getting hit, but it's a great throw, and that's just the game saying no, you're not going to complete this one. But you can again see pass lead up to the left, both up in front of him to catch him in stride and against away from the body of the defender. So you can see 50 series plays, 90 series plays. Here's another one, and this one is often just like drop back and force it to B. Put in the last step and then force it to B, and it's just like it got knocked out because the defender's in great position. Not quite a hospital ball, but the fact that I could just watch this animation and then throw it in place, and he's got it. Right? It's like almost with my eyes closed. I mean, I have to see where the drop back is, but it's virtually the with eyes closed situation here. because that's who it's supposed to go to. And now I like this quick out by Y a lot better than the previous play, and also the drop step and everything here. You've also got to deal with your pass lead and reading the leverage of the defender and everything. But yeah, you have this kind of problem here, as Deinscheis was talking about. Here's number 69, and he's like, I am not going to block the guy in front of me. I am going to wait for him to pass so I can get to the linebacker and put my hands through Corey Simon's belly. Hola, papi, pásame. And so, thank you so much. Gracias, papi. Got my fruit breakfast delivered to me. Very helpful. You can see here, number 69 has basically his hands through the body of Corey Simon because they're intentionally not even acknowledging that Simon exists. And blocking number 50, you can see, I believe it's Hugh Douglas, is just like, nope. No, Burgess. Derek Burgess, right? Yeah, Derek Burgess is just like, nope, sir. I'm spinning off you immediately. Immediate pressure. And so we get the pass off, but that's the thing. We drop back, and we're ready to throw, and I didn't pass lead it the best possible way. But there you go. And there I pass-led it a lot better, and again, he's getting hammered, and I'm not saying we're supposed to throw hospital balls. We hit our final step. It's like, boom, pop up, ready to throw. He's breaking in underneath, and you're asking, like, basically Michael Lewis and Sheldon Brown to pop Cedric Wilson. And it's like, yeah, that's not going to be, like, the best easy catch in the world. And then I'm not going to get too in detail about the fact that I don't like the play designs in 2K5. Like, sorry fanboys, but this game does not have very many, if any, classic real-life NFL play concepts. I'm not saying there are not any, but, like, what even is this play? I mean, I can see it. Obviously, I know what it is, but, like, for example, L. Right? If they're going to high-low that, like, that's dead. It's just a straight line route. It's not even inside release, outside release, or whatever. It doesn't have any motions or developments. It's not a sluggo. It's not anything. It's just kind of go. So if that is high load with the safety, it's like, okay, that's just dead. Okay, fine. 2 defenders to stop 1 route runner. And it's like, okay, so we basically have 2 routes going to the sideline. And by the way, the throwing to A, the running back, is often just absolute garbage in this game. Like, even if we have a chance... I mean, he blocked there. I'm just trying to force it here. We drop back, he looks, he escapes. Like, I'm lucky he caught that one, because a lot of times this route, and throws to the backs, the fullback and the running back, often just clunks off their helmet. It's really bad. It's something they improved in 2K8. But even when they do get it, it's just like they often have this stumbling animation. They can't just catch it on the move. That's something that 2K8 definitely improved. So it's like a lot of like, what even is this play? Kind of trash. You know, it's basically you're reading, are you throwing to B or Y? Like, do they bail and we can throw to Y or not? And he drops another one even without getting hit. It's like, okay, no, we can't throw to Y. You know, it's like, almost never. Because if it's zone, they usually have a guy sitting here to take it away. And if it's man, they'll run with it and take it away. So, usually run into this 2-man situation here. Even though it's single high right here, you watch they bail, and it's most likely 2-man. And most likely you need to be throwing this underneath it, the cutoff or whatever. But there's just a lot of bad plays. Just bad football plays. No, like where is levels? Where is scissors? Where are a lot of concepts that would be run out of this 3-by-1 formation, right? That's not really the point of this video, but it does come up over and over and over again. It's like there's a lot of great concepts that you can run out of 3-by-1 here that they're just not. I mean, look at how few plays there are. A speed rub, a drag, the wide cross play, a rollout, a play action, a second rollout. There's like 2 rollouts. And all of that. Like, this is how many plays are also in the playbook. It's not very many. The runs are not very creative. Okay, you've got weak dive, you got weak outside zone, which also doesn't really work like it's supposed to. You've got a strong toss, you got a strong draw, you got a strong outside zone. right? There's like no traps, there's no power, there's no counter. There's a lot of things that just aren't in the playbooks, and you can't choose what you want to be in the playbook. There's no playbook editor or anything. I'm not even talking about play creator, just straight up editor. Like just what plays we want and what plays we don't want that are available in the game. You can't do it. So you're incredibly limited on what you can do. Something else to maybe show off here. 50x deep drag. You can have a lot of fun with this. So I'm reading B back to L. I drop back and I'm like, okay, throw to lead the right. I could have maybe put a little bit more air on it, but we're again dropping back, hitting our final step. You've got outside leverage to the right, leading it to the right on a throw that is going to the right. So maybe I could have put more air on it, but I really think, yeah, even here, it's like we're hitting the hands. It's not getting knocked out. It's just, I'm using the Niners. It's not exactly throwing to Randy Moss or Terrell Owens, you know. It's Tim Rattay throwing to Cedric Wilson, so the game is just like, oops, incomplete. And the other route, again, on time is L's route, and that's pretty much open here, as he has inside leverage, and he's trying to go to this spot right here, so we could probably throw that already with that leverage. And it's also kind of a money play, and that is terrible ball placement by the quarterback. But he hits his final step, and we launch it, and I also didn't lead to the right at all, but you can see just where he's running to where the ball placement is just atrocious. Can't complain too much because, again, we are using options difficulty. Human passing was set to 3. 1, 2, 3. It was supposed to be set to 3. Oh, shit. These are my old custom ones when I transfer my files over. These are not the ones that I saved previously. I saved over this when I transfer my files. So these are even harder than yours. Blocking is even worse. Oh, that's so great. Passing was 0. It wasn't even 3. The blocking is less than the 25 that was recommended. Oh, I mean, the catching is still the same. Like, that's what everyone does, is like the catching is still, like, they're dropping passes even like that. Oh my goodness, these are even harder than Deinscheiß's sliders. Oh, that's great. Yeah, there's a little 10-yard completion. You pass lead to the right, you drop back, you hit your final step, and you already know where you want to go. You read it, they bail the part of the field that you want to throw that route to, and I just lead to the right, and he gets it. And it's a leaping pass, and he's got it. So these are even harder than they were supposed to be. But yeah, there's a 90Z speed under. Again, not a big fan of this play. Sometimes we can actually go to L, even on the 3-step drop. Where we go blah, blah, blah. And no, there's no one open. If you can get a good release, like, again, I don't know why it's got to be the video game. Yeah, he tries to go for the inside release. He fails. And this play to L is just super dead. Like, he is covered up by Lito Shepherd. Lito Shepherd is like, you are not having this no matter what you want to do. And that's just how it is. But, yeah, there are animation sequences where you can throw the L real easy, like even right now, just ready to go. But you can see the other problem is, like, we finish our 3-step drop, and we're ready. And who are we throwing to? Are we really throwing the speed, like, that it says here to be? Like, da-da. We can, but he's going to get killed, absolutely brutalized. I guess maybe the part of the point is if they show you, like, single high but backed off a little bit coverage, that it has some value to get underneath and make the catch. Like, I'm not sure what defensive look you even want in this situation. Like, that's kind of it right there, but I would kind of look to throw to L. Yeah. And I should have passed led to the right, but I was correct. Like, that's where we wanted to throw. Some of these times, when we get the single high like this, and I see the safety just this coming, it's like, okay, let's tap L to lob it. Tap L and lead to the right, and it's just, like, gone. Does not have the throwing power to get that in that space. Tim Rattay is not as powerful with that throw. And I thought I led right at least enough. But you can even see 85 is like slowing down, waiting for the ball because of the bad positioning. Also, the 3 pass coverage. Not pass coverage, the 0 passing. Not even 3, the 0 passing. But stronger quarterback can fit that in that window. To make that read. But that's why quarterback ratings matter. Yeah, I don't understand the point of this play. Like, you 3-step drop and, like, nobody is open, right? Like, it's pretty much just L. Like, L is going to be wide open again. You just got to get it there. But you finish the drop, and it's like you're not throwing to the tight end. Like, you're no way you're throwing this to the wide receiver. You're waiting for, like, a little bump and rub, like, coverage. Here, that's what I was thinking. That's why I was, like, kind of escaping. Like, oh, hey, let's go this way. Let's even pull a defender. Let's go to the right when I want to throw to the left. And let's get him, you know, going across the formation to this open space. And, like, just take a side step and then just launch it to this point or whatever. Like, that was what I was thinking. But no, it's just trash. There are so many trash plays in this game that you've got to find a playbook with plays that you like. They're not all terrible, but it's like when I come out with I formation, it's like I'm probably running the ball or I'm probably calling 50x deep drag. The 50Z comeback, like not a fan of a lot of these. The play action, the rollout is kind of okay. The 50 double swing is just more of like the same trash. The halfback lead shovel. Yeah, really, this I formation, it's the lead shovel, which is like super a money play. The running plays are pretty decent, and X deep drag, and it's like that's all I'm using it for, because the rest are garbage. 50Z under, we're usually not even throwing it like that. We're actually throwing an out to X instead of the in that they're calling for. The split, I forget the name of it. There's scissors, and then there's like the split divide. I think it's divide. Maybe I've got it wrong. I think there's like scissors and divide. I forget the name super right now in the moment. Play action rollout is kind of nice, especially flipped to the strength of the hand of your quarterback. I know this video isn't really about individual plays, but it's just so bad at times. It's like, oh, well, how do you do a good job in this game throwing the ball? Well, it's like, start with picking plays that aren't trash, you know? In the 49ers playbook, though, there are some really busted money plays. Like here, just something simple, 50H swing. Okay? You've seen the success of that post route to L, like how they get open and everything. And that's going to be the case here as well. They drop back, and you're just like wide open, and just please catch the darn football. But they just break open. So open, just get the ball. Maybe I got to lead it a little bit more, and you've got the reaction time. Maybe get a little separation with a better lead. But it's just such a money route. And if you combine that with the fact that you can send other receivers on these little routes here like that, and just it's at zero passing, and I got to lead it properly. But so often, especially on the default settings, but so often you can just complete these. I think this one you need to pass lead back inside, away from the sideline, back to the right, so you can catch it in stride. And then there's a lot of times that I'm able to catch this and then go upfield. I think that's also why I was able to just like crush the Eagles in a regular game with Dynchise's sliders, because you know the passing's a little bit better. It's 3 instead of whatever. And, yeah, they just catch it and just cut them apart. That was pass lead inside, and yeah, he's just dropping it. There's a lot of that, like, just hit you in the elbow. Okay, this was a little bit better, especially when they're open. You see, I'm trying to force it, but it's like, a lot of times they will get that animation, but there's not a defender here because they've dropped off, and I'm throwing it to the wide open guy. He'll catch it, and he'll just turn upfield and get, like, money yards. I hope you can understand that. Like, me trying to force it is one thing, and then also, if we throw it to X, but I believe X and Y mess with each other, so you have that exchange, yeah, that was the problem. Yeah, you end up getting this awkward exchange. It's like, okay, he can release underneath him, and that's all great, but then he does one of these, and it's like, yeah, that's not going to work. But it's okay to send him like this. And it's fun to play with those quick little hot routes because, yeah, they end up like doing this little exchange, this little scrape exchange here for the defense. And it's good. And, yeah, you can throw to Y a lot of the times as well, especially here because not only did you have scrape exchange here with 81 and 84, but you're going to get a second exchange with 84 and 89. Is 84 is going to be going down the field, and 89 is going to cut underneath him. So you got deep shots. I'm trying to get out of the menu, but I'm on the Xbox, and for whatever reason, I think the start button has compatibility issues. Yeah, the other thing is just hot routing B. And then quick slant is just a quick slant. It's a pretty good money play with a throw to L. Scissors action, there's all kinds of things. So when you find plays that you like, you can do them. But it's just rhythm and timing and playing and executing plays that are just not trash, that are not poorly designed. Because to some extent, like, oh, why did this play fail? Because it's a crap play in the playbook. Yeah, there you go. Hope you enjoyed it, everyone. We got almost a half an hour. Sorry for wasting too much of your time, but timing matters, playbooks matter. This game is good, but it's also super overrated. Garbage playbooks, terrible franchise mode, just a lot of different other things. I didn't come here to poop on this game. I love this game. But I'm also not delusional and think that it's some perfect, amazing, super NFL sim game.